Lydia Halston didn't whisper. She wanted an audience. In the center of the Crestmore Gala, she strode up to the man she assumed was staff, lifted her wine glass, and emptied it slowly down his chest as the entire ballroom watched. "Stay away from my circle," she sneered. "You don't belong anywhere near power." The crowd gasped. Phones lifted. Some guests even laughed. But the man she drenched didn't flinch. He simply stepped back, checked his watch, and made one quiet call. 8 minutes later, the music died, the CEO vanished from the stage mid-speech, and Lydia's face drained of color. Because the nobody she humiliated wasn't staff. He was the architect of the $1.9 billion lifeline her collapsing empire couldn't survive without. The Crestmore Gala prided itself on exclusivity. Old money, newer power, whispered alliances, and people who treated the ballroom like a kingdom. Crystal chandeliers glowed above silk-draped tables as the city's wealthiest families gathered to celebrate themselves. In the center of it all moved Adrian Cross, a man most ignored but none truly saw. He blended in effortlessly, speaking to no one, observing everything. Tonight was not pleasure, it was evaluation. A $1.9 billion partnership decision hung on how the Halston family conducted themselves behind closed doors. He didn't have to wait long. "Excuse me," a sharp voice pierced the air. Lydia Halston, known for wielding entitlement like a weapon, marched straight toward him. Several guests turned in anticipation. Conflict followed Lydia everywhere. "You're standing too close to the benefactors," she spat. "This area is for contributors, not workers." Adrian looked at her calmly. "I'm exactly where I need to be." Lydia scoffed, then stepped into his space. "People like you don't dictate proximity. Learn your boundaries." Her friends tittered. Someone whispered, "She's going to do it." Lydia raised her glass. "Consider this a reminder." She poured the wine in one slow, humiliating stream. Gasps erupted. Some laughed. Phones rose. The entire ballroom froze in a single collective breath. Adrian didn't move. He simply blinked once, wiped his hands with startling composure, and stepped aside. "Are we done?" he asked. Lydia smirked triumphantly. "Yes. Stay out of my sight." Adrian checked his watch. "Then my part begins." He made one quiet call. No emotion. No urgency. Just 9 words. "Proceed with the audit. Effective immediately. Full scope." The ballroom continued as though nothing had happened, but tremors had already begun. Adrian walked toward the terrace, unnoticed by most but not by Elias Byrne, the Halston family's chief operating officer. Elias rushed after him. "Sir, are you all right? I saw what she did." Adrian nodded. "Has the internal review begun?" "Yes," Elias said nervously. "Legal, compliance, and forensic accounting are all mobilizing. The board is on edge." "Good." Adrian started down the stairs. They should be. Inside, Lydia basked in her victory. Her husband, Charles Halston, looked uneasy. "Lydia, you shouldn't have done that." "Oh, please," she said. "He's lucky all I did was spill something." People like that cling to these events hoping for crumbs of recognition. "You don't understand," Charles whispered. "Our company is hanging by a thread. Tonight's donor list includes the people Adrian Cross advises. One wrong move." Lydia waved him off. "He's nobody. Relax." But then the music cut abruptly. Lights dimmed. A hush fell. Ava Serrano, the CEO of Crestmore Capital, stepped onto the stage with urgency, not ceremony. "Ladies and gentlemen," Ava announced, "we need to pause the program. There has been a significant development." Lydia frowned. "What now?" A staff member whispered to Ava, who stiffened. "He's here." She nodded in fear and hurried off stage. Lydia's pulse quickened. "What's going on?" Charles swallowed. "I think we're about to find out." 20 minutes later, the ballroom's doors burst open. 4 board members, 2 compliance officers, and the Halston family's lawyers rushed in with pale faces. "Audits have begun," one muttered. "Whistleblower files are open. There are irregularities in the revenue sheets. And problematic internal emails." Charles grabbed a report and blanched. "These are timestamps from tonight. Someone triggered a full investigation." Ava returned, followed by Adrian. The room fell silent. Lydia's confidence cracked. Why is he with you? Ava faced the crowd. Allow me to introduce the man who oversees Crestmore Capital's merger evaluations, Mr. Adrian Cross. Whispers exploded. Someone gasped. Lydia felt the floor tilt beneath her. Ava continued. For months, he has been reviewing Halston Dynamics for a potential $1.9 billion partnership. His recommendation would determine whether your company receives the investment that could keep it alive. Every Halston executive went cold. Lydia stepped forward, trembling. Wait, he's not staff. No, Adrian said quietly. I'm the one deciding whether your empire survives the next fiscal quarter. Her face drained of color. I didn't know. That, Adrian replied, is exactly the problem. A giant screen flickered to life. Compliance officers uploaded findings from the newly triggered audit. Discriminatory hiring records. Suppressed internal complaints. Secret bonuses. Illegal wage structures. Manipulated safety reports. Gasps filled the room. Board members shrank in their seats. This is catastrophic, one whispered. Adrian spoke clearly, every word a blade. I wanted to see how your leadership behaves when they think no one is watching. Tonight your representative assaulted someone she assumed beneath her, and laughed while doing it. Lydia collapsed into a chair. Adrian, please, don't end our company over a misunderstanding. It wasn't a misunderstanding, he said. It was a demonstration of your culture. Charles stepped forward, desperate. We can fix this. Give us a chance. Adrian shook his head. You had generations of chances. He turned to Ava. Terminate the partnership proposal. Ava nodded. It's done. All negotiations are closed. Board members erupted in panic. Lydia covered her face, shaking. Adrian added, and compliance will liaise with regulators by morning. Your internal practices will no longer operate in the dark. Lydia's voice cracked. Please don't do this. Adrian paused, expression unreadable. You poured your arrogance on me like wine. But I came here tonight to see whether your legacy deserved saving. You gave me the answer yourself. He turned away as Lydia cried into trembling hands. As Adrian exited the ballroom, reporters sprinted toward the doors. Elias whispered, Sir, where to now? Adrian glanced back once at the collapsing Halston empire. To the next company, he said. Corruption doesn't end itself.